they do evil, no one make person talk. Them say that Mayegun, that man too they talk. He too they talk. Say Mayegun diary, he they hot like pepper. But every day, then they take money in bulk. Woman picking, they the street, they hawk. Still them talk, say, make we no talk. But thank God, say, Mayegun don't come. So my people make you laugh. Oh, yo, yo, Mayegun don't come. Oh, yo, yo. My people make you shout. Oh, yo, yo, Mayegun don't come. Oh, yo, yo. Mayegun don't come, man of the masses. Oh, yo, yo, Mayegun don't come. Oh, yo, yo. Mayegun diary politico. Oh, yo, yo.
Kò ní wá kọta búrò yín sí kẹ́ ní kò rí bẹ́ẹ̀.
Mayegun ti dé o, ọ̀rẹ́ ará ìlú. Mayegun diary, lórí Facebook, lórí YouTube.
Good evening to you, good morning to you, good afternoon to you, from wherever you are watching from. You know, this is Mayegun Live. Share the broadcast.
Mayegun diary politico. Godfatherism.
Tag the Lagos Abobakus, the Oshogbo Alimajiris, the humbled slaves, obedient fools, and sophisticated morons. Tell them, Mayegun today. Share the broadcast.
Ani esunraki. Mayegun ti dé. Mayegun ti dé.
Oh yeah.
Esunraki. Mayegun ti dé. Ani esunraki.
When we started, we saw what we saw. When we saw Tinubu that wet his nappy or his bomb. But they said we didn't see what we saw. Now that the pretense among them or within them is coming to an end, they are now using that. Can you imagine? One wanting to Sarah Ashiwaju àwọn àtọ̀lé.
Ani esunraki. Lórí YouTube. Mayegun ti dé. Ani esunraki. Mayegun ti dé. Ọ bàbá gbé wúrẹ́. Mayegun máa bí. Ani esunraki. Mayegun ti dé.
So every time we come out here to say something, all right, about these politicians, one thing you have to know is that Mayegun's diary political talks a lot about the criminals that some of you call politicians. Some of you even call them your leaders. Some of you call them your role models. But on Mayegun's diary political, I easily dissect and differentiate between what leaders should be and what criminals looks like. And most of those you considered as your leaders, whether now your spiritual leader, whether now your political leader, whether whatever leader, you know what I mean? When we size them, we can easily tell you how much of destruction they have been to you. In fact, if you know better, you probably will run from them than run towards them. And I'm a Yoruba man. I am an Ijebu man. Mayegun general. So I get to, I kind of have a way of bringing people, right, into the reality of what their respective criminal politicians are up to. And at the same time, the effects and the consequences, not even just the consequences of their actions when they were holding trust for you. Then I also said, with what we know, when you put A, 2, 3 together, like permutation, where they do for, what do they call it, push up, lotto shop. Put two together for political researchers, political thinkers, smart people who can put 1 and 2 together, and they are not putting them together because they want to manipulate it, because they will know. Manipulate it and make money from it. You can easily know what will happen next if you are that kind of a person. And that gap is what Mayegun feels. I feel that gap. And you see, I told you, even if I come here to share my opinion and I rant, I rage, I do all my things, all of us share our things, right? We can still all tell ourselves that the destruction of these criminals will come from them. They will self-destruct. You know, when you want to build a small criminal empire and suddenly you got away with a lot and you started expanding, you started getting bigger and bigger. So you get to a point, it's going to burst. Yeah. That is the stage we are almost at now. When I said Tinubu is going nowhere, even if these Lagos Abobakus, all these Oshogbo Alimajiris, even if they want to publicly live in denial, but we have repeatedly exposed the crack between them, the political crack, which started from 2014. I have said a lot about that on this program, on this platform, rather, for years now. Shut up your mouth. Asiwaju is going nowhere, this and that. But the problem is that they all know the overbearing, kind of, should I use overbearing? Should we use the boss-like a master-servant relationship that the likes of Tinubu actually lives on? It's about loyalty. Whatever the Godfather wants, you just have to give. And according to him, they owe him a lot. So when he started this small empire from Lagos, when they conspired to destroy what they called Yoruba Political Party, Alliance for Democracy, Awolowo Party, when they attacked that to destroy that within, and he started building a small empire from his body lawn in Lagos, Rauf Aregbesola, which is popularly known as Raufu Aregbesola. They said he is just a refrigerator repairer somewhere in Lagos. But he was a very useful guy. He can talk. Oh, he can talk. He can get all of you to get into it with him, like no joke. So Tinubu brought him in and he made him a commissioner of works. He made a lot of money. When the expansion project of Tinubu started in 2007, 2011, 2015, these guys were being sent to everywhere in Yoruba land. That is why we call them Ajele. What they were telling the Yorubas then was, we are coming to make other states in Yoruba land to be like Lagos. They sent people to Ekiti. Fayemi, you remember him? They sent this Aregbesola to Osun. And within a space of 8 years, he bankrupted Osun State. But somehow, he has his friends. So, Tinubu's cousin took over, Oyetola. And they considered this Oyetola as a novice. Right? But they had to go with what the Godfather wanted. So Oyetola, Tinubu's cousin, became the governor. From that moment, Aregbesola, Baba Kabiru, Baba Okpoimo, part of the scam they committed in Osun, by the way, is one of them, they call it Okpoimo, 8 billion naira tablet. 8 billion naira tablet for school, for students in Osun. His son, Kabiru, was the contractor. That's a story for another day anyway. Osun entered debt, indebtedness that Osun became the only state in Nigeria that is bankrupted. They no longer collect allocation for some time. Cut the long story short, like say, Aregbesola was not happy that they've cut him off. They've got his friends, his associates, and all of them. And just like what Tinubu did in Lagos, yeah, Oyetola cannot go. If Tinubu can be ex-governor to become godfather, then Aregbesola is paid his due. I'm still coming to the internal break, because I will tell you that I will keep repeating that until that casala burst. When that casala come burst, some of us will not be surprised. You know that, yeah? Aregbesola said they did it in Lagos. Do you get that now? It can't be the turn of your brother now. Yesterday, a governor in Lagos said he wanted to go for second term. You said no. Now, you used the party said no. Now, we are saying no to your brother. You said no. I mean, you are not agreeing with us. Let me give you the lowdown. If you understand Yoruba, that is when this is going to make sense to you. It's been making wave all day. So I broke them into 3 so that I can talk about them. Then I can talk about the potential betrayer. You know, be me. See, you this Mayegun, you are enemy of, you before your eyes, Tinubu will be president. Not be me. I'm not the one that will stop him. Okay? I will tell you the obvious that will stop him. And if he doesn't probably die before the end of it, yeah, the enemies he needs to fight are these ones you are seeing right now. And he made them. So if you don't understand Yoruba, I will come back. I will try and interpret a bit. I beg you, we'll start. Now from here, meanwhile, in fact, before we start, let's do it this way, okay? What was Aregbesola talking about? That Tinubu and gang, they told Ambode that he cannot go for second term in their party, and they ensured of that. How did they do that? Let me show you. This is how they did it.
Materials, so you can put for wọ́n ti pín wọ́n ní wọ́n fún yín ní àyè láti lọ bá wọ́n ṣe àmà yín ẹ tí ò bá ti rí káàdì tí ẹ gbà kó lọ gbà á ṣùgbọ́n níbi tí a wà yìí mo sọ fún yín gbogbo ẹnu mo fi ń sọ ohun tí àwọn leader wa sọ lókè ni pé Sanwó-Olú ni. And I want to assure you this place we are not going to allow anybody to vote for Ambode here. For Sanwó-Olú, and that's what our leader Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu said. The party, that is the APC. Yes. We have hierarchy and we have leadership. Yes. We have leaders. Yes. And we have been directed by our leaders to go and vote for Sanwó-Olú. Yes. And that's what we are going to do. Yes. This words, this local government, we are not going to allow anybody to vote for Ambode. Yes. Ambode is gone. Ambode is gone. Ambode is gone. And is gone finally. We will allow you to kill. Vote for Sanwó-Olú by the party hierarchy. We have been directed. Party tiwa, Bodada, Ẹgbẹ́ tiwa, ani hierarchy, ani àwọn tó ní àṣẹ, ani àwọn tó dẹ́gbẹ́ ilẹ̀. Ẹni tí ò bá fẹ́ ibi tí ẹgbẹ́ ń lọ tí ò bá ní lọ bẹ̀ kó lọ dẹ́gbẹ́ mi ilẹ̀. He can go and create or register Ambode People's Party. Yes. But our own is APC. Yes. All Progressive Party Congress. All Progressive Congress is our party. Yes. And the leadership of the party has spoken. Yes. And we cannot change it. Yes. And that we are going to follow to the letter. Yes. This place is not meant for Ambode people. Yes. No one should come here to vote for Ambode. Yes. Everybody go back and know if you are here. I'm a vote for Spanish.
Do you get it now? That is the type of progressive politics that they are playing in Yoruba land. That's progressive. Yeah? So Aregbesola want to show Tinubu the same thing. And, oh, you need to have seen the Tinubu supporters on social media since yesterday. Oh, hey, yeah. You go pay me small because you don't understand Yoruba. But can somebody please do me a favor on Facebook, on YouTube, okay? As you are watching this video, yeah? What you're about to watch now, I want you to help me do some little subtitle or short interpretation for my audience who don't understand Yoruba, right? They are paying them back in their own coin. And Tinubu boys on social media, oh, you go pity them. They are now saying Aregbesola is a betrayer. So that's the genesis of the soundbite. So that was him telling them that their party, APC, if Awolowo come back to alive, come back to life, or if Bola Ige should come back and they have to join political party, they will join APC. But the APC they will join is the one, Raufu Aregbesola lead, because it's divided now. And he was telling, they said, you are the original APC. The other people, they are not. So don't call yourself faction, okay? Then they had this small song, Bye Bye to Jati Jati, right? That is Tinubu and his Bodilon Wahala. Okay, that one is the intro. Here is another one. The other part, I will do my best again to try and interpret.
Tí ọkùnrin lóhùn ò fẹ́ tó lè jẹ́ kókó ẹgbẹ́ tiwa rèé láti gbàgbé ọlọ́run. Àní gbà kí ẹni tí ò tiẹ̀ yé kó wá bàṣẹ yẹn jẹ́ ká rẹ̀ tún kun lọ́wọ́ èyí ká máa ṣe tó parí bí ká ṣe kí ni ká kó lẹ́yìn. Kò ní wá pọ̀ kàbúrò yín sí kẹ́ ní kò ní bẹ́ẹ̀. Sí àgbà ó lọ wàlá ìyábì kò lé. Sí àgbà ó lọ wàlá ìyábì kò lé. Lórí náà tí ò wúlò tó ń jí wa lọ́wọ́ kó. Sí àgbà ó lọ wàlá ìyábì kò lé. Ẹ̀kọ́ ọ̀pọ̀ ni ẹ wọ ó wọnú ẹ̀ dáadáa. Sí àgbà ó lọ wàlá ìyábì kò lé. Sí àgbà ó lọ wàlá ìyábì kò lé. Lórí náà tí ò wúlò tó ń jí wa lọ́wọ́ kó. Sí àgbà ó lọ wàlá ìyábì kò lé.
Do you see how he actually gets to get the, the crowd? He can get them moving, giggling. But that's the same guy who been their governor. When he was their governor, he was paying people from this level to level that. He was paying them half salary, quarter salary, and on like that, right? He bankrupted the state. He borrowed so much on, like they do. They borrowed on projects that they would never complete or they would never do, right? But look at him there. He's making them happy. Oh, yeah, your balere. Kafilesia Kazigbo. That's within them, Oshun. Then that was when they said, Tinubu don't they pee himself. And that one shot. Eva ẹ kìlọ̀ fún ìgbín o kò má fowó ẹ̀ jóná. Ìgbín ìrágbìjí ẹ̀yà kìlọ̀ fún ìgbín o kò má fowó ẹ̀ jóná o. Ọ̀rọ̀ ń bọ̀rọ̀ bọ̀. Yorùbá pẹ̀lú ọ̀tẹ̀. Now them go destroy themselves. That is the point.